Hey, hey, happy Friday. So today I know it's Friday, y'all. So since we skipped Wednesday, we're doing Friday, but I'm not gonna be on here long because it's Friday. So if you are here, I'm happy that you're here. If you didn't make it today, then that's okay. You can make it another day because I know Fridays is for fun, and this is for fun, but you know, a different kind of fun. So, how is everybody doing today? Welcome to the TRIBEvibe, our meditation series. Today we are finishing up our week on meditation because I thought it was important for us to. Facebook just never lets me be great. I thought it was important for us to make sure that we took some time out and kind of talked about what was meditation, why I'm asking y'all to meditate, just in case you didn't know all the ins and outs and wanted to learn a little bit more, or you already knew and you just wanted some confirmation. So I thought it would be good to have the week to do that, and we did that. And so I hope you guys learned something. And you got to give me just a second because for whatever reason, Facebook is not cooperating with me. They don't want me to be smooth with my transition. I'm trying to make it look like I'm not doing the sharing. You know, I asked y'all to share, but I'll be trying to look like I'm not doing the sharing. And it don't want to let me be heard. So hold on 2 seconds. And then it always does this. Every time. Okay. Hold on, y'all. So, everybody, did you do your homework yesterday? I don't remember. What was homework yesterday, y'all? Oh, I remember I said it at the very end, and I don't remember exactly what I said. Sometimes you can be great, and sometimes not. It'll come back to me later, and I'll answer y'all again. Did y'all do your homework? By then, you could have done it had you forgot, and you remember what the homework actually was, but you forgot to do it, okay? So I'm giving you some time to cheat. All right, paste and send. I'm leaving the computer alone. Okay. So today we are going to talk about, just briefly, some of the different kinds of meditation techniques. So nothing too crazy, nothing too long. Like I said, it's Friday, so I'm trying to get y'all off here fairly quickly. But I definitely wanted to just give you some specific different types of meditation. We practice a couple of types here. We don't practice all the different types because if you go and look, there are quite a few. Everybody has their own kind of variation and, you know, things that people probably were just generally practicing now, you know, with the invention of the interwebs and everybody being able to know everything, then people are realizing like some things that one culture is practicing, another culture is practicing. Those are all kind of different meditation techniques, but they may be doing them differently because different people developed it. But anyway, so I got a list for y'all, okay? You ready? Okay, so there are the ones that I'm going to go over are kind of some of the ones that we've already talked about, so I just wanted to reiterate them, okay? So I'm not going to give you guys any, like, super crazy ones, because I shouldn't say crazy. Some of the less known ones to, I guess, Western people and folks, and some of the things that you may have to like go do some extra stuff to be able to participate in. So I wanted to give you some of the kind of the middle of the road ones that you can go do today. You're going to do one today with us, but you can go do some more with yourself without having to like go have a, you know, studio or a person host a class or something like that. Okay. So the first one is visualization / like guided imagery. So it's exactly what it sounds like. It is, you know what, before we start this, click the share button, because I forgot to tell y'all, click the share button. Anyway, visualization and guided imagery is basically exactly what it sounds like. The whole meditation technique is meant for you to sit and focus on either like an image, a scenario, something of that nature, right? And that's just specifically what you're going to do when you're doing it. And they may lead you in like how we listen to ours, and sometimes he says focus on your breathing first and then do the exercise. So they may lead you in like that, or they may just off the top talk about it. Because I know that was that this week or last week I was telling you guys about the kids. I think that was last week. I was telling you guys about the kids and the family, and they were asking them to focus on like the candle flame and to keep the image in their head. So that's this type of technique, right? I know I've been somewhere where somebody has asked us to like sit and focus on like a happy memory from childhood, like a happy place or something like that. So, you know, fairly simple, just trying to, you know, train your mind to do the focusing and all that stuff, right? So the next kind is a mantra. So, you would pick like a affirming sentence, statement, word for yourself, and you just want to focus on that. So I know we had kind of talked about that too. So like I said, we're gonna circle back to everything because we've talked about majority of these already, and I just didn't give you guys like the specific name of the technique. Or I guess I should say category, not necessarily name. But the mantra technique, I know we talked about when we were talking about setting your like daily intention, or like asking yourself what question can you do for yourself, like to be there for yourself or to be there for other people. Like what things do you want to kind of speak over your day at the very beginning of the morning? And that's kind of like a mantra technique, right? So like if you sat there and as you had the question and then as you answer the question for yourself, to try to, get it down. Remember, we talked about like connecting it with something visceral, so like safety or connectivity to other people, or happy feelings, something like that, right? So after you've gotten that statement of like, what am I gonna do for myself today, or for my space, right, today, then you can just kind of repeat it over and over again for yourself for a little bit, and you can practice a mantra meditation technique. Okay, so the next one is mindfulness, which is what we spend a lot of our time doing. Also, people will call it focused meditation. And so it's like what we talked about mindfulness. The definition of mindfulness is just being able to focus on like presently what's happening. So when we talk about breathing, like focusing on your breathing, that's what's presently going on. So you're very much present minded if all you're doing is focusing on your breathing, right? And then also things like, how do you feel emotionally? I know we kind of talk about like, how does your body feel? Those are other ways to practice like the mindfulness and focus meditation techniques. Nothing too crazy. When you do it, you want to be non-judgmental about the state that you're in. And then also, you just want to just make sure you're just present with yourself. Like, no holds barred. Just be where you are. And that's kind of like what we was talking about before about practicing grace. It's, it's kind of like a piece of that where you get into just being okay with being who you are. So then when things do happen, it's a lot easier for you to be okay with it later and practice some of that grace. Transcendental. Boy, I'm telling you, when I was like, I know how to say this word, and watch when I get on here, I ain't going to be able to say it. Basically, it's like you want to transcend. So this is kind of like the meditation technique that you see when you watch, not necessarily, when you watch the movies. I was about to say, not when you watch the movies, but when you watch the movies and they like show like the monastery or something like that, or like even if you've seen anything with like Buddha sitting under the tree, things like that, where it's like, they're trying to have kind of an outer body experience a little bit. That's kind of oversimplifying. It basically is kind of like, if you think about how when we're being present minded, right, we want to just focus on what's actually physically going on in the moment, or emotionally what's going on in the moment. The transcendent, transcendental. It don't sound right now that I'm saying it out loud. It's like a higher level, so it's like the level beyond that, right, where it's just like your body's at peace and you're at one with yourself, you're completely relaxed, but without having to like exercise a whole lot of effort, right? Because when we're focusing, we realize when we do this meditation, when we're focusing, sometimes it is a challenge to focus. So this particular type of meditation is like for masters, right, when they have like really gotten, these are people that practice hours on end to be able to get to this level. Okay, so this ain't for just an average Joe. But, if you want to go on and shoot for that goal, go ahead and do it. You're not going to do it here with me, because I don't know how to tell you to do that. But if you want to find somebody to help you do that, live your best life, boo. Live your best life. Alright, so the next one is loving kindness. And yesterday when we were talking about like some scientific research and things of that nature that they have done, and like when they study meditation and like how it transforms the brain, loving kindness was one of the big ones that they had studied. Well, one of the ones I kept seeing over and over again that they had studied. And they were basically saying that when people practice loving kindness, and I'll just give you a brief rundown of what you do. So basically when you do it, and we haven't gone over this particular technique, although Andy does cover it in the Netflix series, And we will one day, but we haven't gone over it yet. But basically what you do is you visualize, like, he talks about it in the way of anger. So you visualize a person that makes you upset. And then you think about, like, happy thoughts for the person and, like, well wishes and things of that nature. But you can do it for people you ain't upset with or that don't make you upset. You could just do it for just general people, too. It's not like you have to pick a specific person. You could just do it for the world. So it's kind of like just, you know, sending out a prayer. And it's kind of the same thing. So, like, well wishes and feelings of well-being and, you know, health and vitality, whatever, right? When you like first start off sending it to yourself and then you send it to somebody else that you know, and then you send it to maybe somebody that you don't know as well but you know of, and then you can send it to the world. So if you kind of go through those different progressions, right? But they were saying in the research that this particular technique helps people to not be empathetic, right? Because empathetic is like taking on the feelings. So like if you're in pain, I feel pain because you're in pain. They were talking about being compassionate. So this is one of the major techniques that they studied, that they showed that really has some significant difference in the participants before and after, was being able to be compassionate for other people. So just having, you know, I don't want to say concern. Compassion is the word. Just being able to be compassionate for people, so when they are going through things, so like world hunger, like not being so upset about it that you can't, that you're like debilitated and you can't do anything to take action, but like understanding that it's a major concern and there are people that are majorly affected and, you know, disenfranchised and all those things about an issue like that, and then taking that on as a charge to go do something. Okay. Okay. So that is another one. So loving kindness is a type of meditation technique. And then there are some that are called like movement meditation. And so I know we had talked about like practicing mindfulness when you're walking or exercising. And I know we had mentioned Tai Chi at one point, right? And so Tai Chi is definitely a type of Chinese martial arts, but what you could do with Tai Chi is, you know, when you see people really, when they're slowing it down and they really like focusing on their breathing and things like that. So they're kind of combining, right, the movement of something with the like mindfulness, right? They're like combining those two things together. And so also yoga is another one, right? And so when you're doing those things, you know, if you have a good yoga instructor, then they'll tell you, like, you want to concentrate on your breathing. You want to concentrate on what muscles are you supposed to be toning, and like, where is your body in position, right? All of the things we talk about when we talked about, you know, the mindfulness meditation technique. So same thing, except for you're not sitting in your social media chair or laying in your best bed. You are moving. So, you know, simple, easy peasy, right? And then the other one we talked about, see, I told y'all this list was going to be quick. Other one we talked about was the body scan. And I know I told you guys about the body scan when I was talking about sleeping. And I was like, you know, when I've had those days and I can't sleep and I'm really having a hard time sleeping, then I will do the relaxation technique where you start at your toes and relax every toe and relax your foot and relax your heel and relax your ankle, relax your calf muscle, relax your knee, and then just keep going up your whole body and then start over again. So that's another meditation technique, branch of mindfulness, and it is great for stress relief and tension and things of that nature, right? So, all right, that's the end of the list. I'm going to run them down for y'all one more time because I kind of ran through them fairly quickly. Like I said, it's Friday. And I want to let y'all off of here and not have y'all on here for an hour and some change like I used. No, it don't always be an hour and some change. Sometimes I do that on accident. But I'm going to run them down real quick so you had a list just top to bottom. So, visualization and guided imagery, mantra, mindfulness, focus, see, here I am to the word again. Transcendental. Transcendent meditation, loving kindness, movement like Tai Chi and yoga, and then body scan. That's it, folks. That's all she wrote. That's it. That's the post. So, all right, my loves. That That was simple. Simple, quick, and easy. Short and simple today. So, what I want y'all to do is get ready for meditation. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Can you tell? Alright, so I want you to get comfortable. Sit down, stand up. Not stand up. I didn't mean to say that. Sit down or lay down. And then just keep your spine and your neck straight. Try to be as comfortable as you can. Try to limit the distractions if you can. If you can't, focus on them when you can, and then try not to focus on them when you can. Okay. Other than that, that's it. You guys are ready? All right. Here we go. Let me get Andy on here so Andy can tell us what to do. All right. Let me move these cards out of the way. Short, sweet, to the point today. All right, my loves. Here we go.
You ready? Let's give it a go. We're going to start with the eyes open and a nice soft focus, just aware of the space around you. And with that soft focus with the eyes, we're going to take a couple of big, deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in, notice how the lungs fill with air, the body expands. As you exhale, just noticing how the body softens as you breathe out. Just one more time, breathing in through the nose. And this time, as you breathe out through the mouth, if you'd like to, just gently closing the eyes. And just take a moment before you do anything else, just to appreciate and enjoy that feeling of having stopped, of having nothing to do, nowhere to go. Notice the feeling of weight, the weight of the body pressing down against the seat or the floor beneath you. And take a moment as well just to notice your surroundings without looking around, just noticing the different sounds, not trying to shut them out, perhaps noticing any resistance towards them, just getting comfortable in that space. And use this opportunity as well just to notice how the body feels. Very often, we don't really take time to notice how the body feels. So is there a feeling of heaviness or lightness in the body? A sense of restlessness or stillness in the body? And as you bring your attention into the body, just starting to become more aware of that feeling, that movement of breath in the body. So you don't have to breathe in any special way. Just allow the body to do its own thing. Some people feel the movement of breath in their chest, their shoulders. For some it's in the diaphragm, and for some it's in the stomach. If you can't feel anything, any movement, just gently place your hand on your stomach so you can feel that rising and falling sensation. So just settling the mind. Again, thoughts are going to arise, the mind's going to wander. Just notice when the mind's wandered off and just gently come back to the breath. To begin with, we're just noticing the breath in a very general way. Perhaps starting to notice whether the breaths are long or short, deep or shallow. Then we might find ourselves thinking either about the exercise or other things, just realizing when that's happened, letting those thoughts go and coming back to the breath again. And just to make it a little easier to focus on the breath, we're going to begin to count the breaths as they pass. So as you feel the rising sensation, counting 1. Falling sensation, 2. Just silently in the mind, then 3, then 4. Just up to a count of 10. When you get to 10, you're going to stop and start again at 1. So remember, no effort required. The body knows how to breathe. Not getting involved in any thinking, just allowing the thoughts to come and go. And in those moments when you realize the mind's wandered off, just gently bringing the attention back to the breath again. So we'll just stay with that feeling and rising and falling sensation just for a few moments longer. And then just for a moment now, I'd like you to let go of any focus, even of the breath now. And for a few seconds, just allow your mind to do whatever it wants to do. So if it's been wanting to think, you can let it think now. Just allow the mind to do whatever it wants to do. And now just gently bringing the attention back to the body. Just coming back now to that feeling of weight, that feeling of contact against the seat or the floor beneath you. I was noticing the sounds around you again. And whenever you feel ready, you can just gently open your eyes again. But before you move, just take a moment to notice how you feel in your body and in your mind. The more often we do this after meditation, the more we're reminded of how much we need to pause in our life, to take this time out for ourselves.
All right, loves, how you feel? How you feel after meditating? All right, so that was it. That's it for today. I want you all to, as usual, take your finger, click share button, click like button, go subscribe. Go to www.blackamethystnaturals.com and buy something. Tell your tell your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, and uncle, and them to come on here. That's what it was. See, had I said that earlier, I would have remembered. What our homework was from yesterday was for you to find an accountability partner. So did you find your accountability partner? If you didn't, guess what I'm about to do? Give it to you for homework again. And if you did, great. You ain't got nothing to do for the weekend. Just chill and come back on Tuesday. So anyway, do all those things I said, because I said so. And I will see you guys here next week. Don't forget to remind everybody that we go live at 7 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday every week on Facebook, Instagram, and then we put the playbacks on YouTube. You can watch the playbacks on Facebook. You can watch the playbacks on Instagram. So if you miss us live, then just come watch it later. I still be the same funny me. It ain't like I could hear you now, so it don't really matter, you know. Just act like I'm live. You know, just I send my good juju. You send me a vibe, I send you a vibe back. And we'll just, you know, it will be cooking, okay? With Greeks. Anyway, I done went down a rabbit hole. Y'all don't mind me. It's Friday. We got time to be down a little bit of a rabbit hole. It's Friday, okay? Y'all ain't got to be nowhere tomorrow. Anyway, all right, my loves. Thank you as always for coming. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. I hope you have a good weekend. I will see you back here on Tuesday for the TRIBEvibe meditation series. I don't know what we're talking about on Tuesday because I ain't figured it out yet. But by Tuesday, I'm going to have a topic and then I'm going to talk to y'all about it. We're going to be talking. All right, my loves. I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.